All right. And it's back in session. Woman laughs after killing 2 kids in a DUI crash.
No, you're lying. This is a dream. This is a fucking dream right now, bro. Please wake me up. Please, I'm begging you, wake me up.
Losing a child is an unbearable pain that no one would wish even on their worst enemy. But for Brian, this nightmare became a reality when a drunk woman sped through the Swan Boat Club's parking lot and crashed into its hall, where his wife, 2 toddlers, and 12-year-old son were celebrating a 2-year-old's birthday party.
That's wild. Now imagine you just chilling trying to celebrate a birthday, and some dumb bitch in a car just come through crashing in your shit. She's like, this is sad, man.
The woman driving the car was identified as 66-year-old Marcella.
Bro, look at this bitch, bro. Look at this. Her name is Marcella. I already know how she feel about me. I'm just saying.
When her vehicle crashed into the building, the impact threw everyone across the room, and the little kids, Zane and Alana, were tragically run over. At first, everyone thought a bomb had gone off, but as the dust settled, they realized it was a car that had burst through the event hall.
Come on, bro. I feel bad for her. She crying and stuff. Come on, bro. Like, this is a face of pure pain. Shit like that is sad, bro. Especially like a little kid. They didn't get to do nothing. They didn't get to see nothing. They probably didn't even like click in their head that they really exist yet. Think about that one.
Wall. Those who were unharmed began searching for the toddlers and rescuing others trapped in the debris when they discovered that Zane was pinned under the vehicle. In an effort to free him, the car had to be lifted and he was brought outside, but he was in a life-threatening condition. Amid the chaos, Brian's wife, Mariah, and his 12-year-old son, Jaden, were still missing. And the worst part was that Brian had no idea about the tragedy yet, as he hadn't been at the party.
Okay. The firefighters are coming right over here.
A giant gash on his head. Keep in mind that this is a child. Nah, I'm just saying. Oh, she probably shouldn't even been driving a car in the first place. Let's be real. Because, like, how? Like, bro, even if you're drunk, how do you drive your car continuously over a span of road when you're pointed straight at a building and you still go through that bitch?
Their way.
Take care of the baby first.
Yeah.
Take care of the baby
This is why I sit here and do that. If it was me,
Which one?
Her, right there.
right there,
Can you come with me just for a second?
she's sitting down like, man. Lord Almighty knows what I would have done to her. She ran with my kids. Hey, I don't got none. But hypothetically, if I was there, I would have manipulated myself into believing I had kids. And then Lord Almighty knows what I would have done to her if I had kids.
Were you driving? You driving the car? Can you come with me just for a second?
Nigga, I'm gonna be in jail.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Okay.
Like, she walk, nigga.
Over towards my car? Okay. What happened?
I passed out.
Okay. Have you been feeling ill or anything like that?
Passed out.
Were you here for the party?
No.
What were you out here at the boat club?
All right, look at this road. You passed out on this shit. You passed out. Look at this, y'all. You drove. Oh, I don't know where you came from, but look at this dirt ass road, and you passed out. You happened to run into the only building in this area.
Up for? Are you a member?
I was just coming down here. Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Have you been drinking at all today?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. When's the last time you had something to drink?
Probably half an hour ago.
Half an hour ago. What do you drink?
Wine.
Wine. Okay. Have it. What's your name, hon?
Marcella.
Marcella what? Listen, okay. You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
No.
All right. I'm just gonna leave you back here just for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you need to see any medical attention right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna roll down this window over here just to get you some air, okay?
The guy down the street,
Yes, sir.
the guy also hit his car, whoever was driving, hit his car down the street too.
Okay.
So not only did she kill 2 children, she murdered 2 children. She hit another car. Who knows what other damages this bitch caused, bro.
So this guy was out of here. Yeah, this guy was out of here.
Okay. We'll take care of it. It's gonna be just a little bit before we can
I'm
get to you.
I'm just saying that.
Okay. I appreciate it.
That nigga, we need to fucking resurrect Vlad and Taylor. Put that bitch on a pike. Fucking me.
Is anybody in here? I don't think that.
Okay. Alrighty. So what's going on today?
Not too much. I went out to lunch with some friends.
Y'all ever just want to y'all ever look at somebody, just want to punch them in their fucking mouth? That's why I want to do this bitch right now. I just want to punch her in the fucking mouth. Maybe am I cussing too much? Does YouTube like that? I'm just saying though, like, look at her. She like a fucking troll, bro. I don't know, man. She look like what your bed sheets form in the middle of the night. The creepy face you wake up to, if you know. If you know what I'm trying to say, bro. You ever wake up, yo covers in some crazy way that looks like a face and it scares the fuck out of you? This is the face it makes. You just want to hit that shit when you wake up. I don't know, bro.
So I came back
Yeah.
and came down to the boat club, and I drove
That shit
up
already
to the
8
boat
minutes.
club, and that's the last thing I
I'm 3
remember.
minutes
One second.
in.
Just because you're in handcuffs, I gotta read you this, okay?
She gonna be, I don't know. I keep talking.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you wish to speak to me?
Pardon?
Do you wish to speak to me? Like, do you want to have a...
No,
But she don't even
I'm
know what the
good.
fuck going on.
Like, do you want to talk or no?
Oh, I'm just hoping no one was hurt.
Oh, sure. I just... So, can I talk to you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what happened today? Where were we at today?
I went to lunch with some friends.
Okay, about what time was that?
Noonish
Where was that at?
at Vernus.
At Verna's? What'd you drink there? Did you drink water, pop? Anything?
I had a glass of wine.
Just one glass of wine?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you have one glass of wine at Verna's. After that, what happens? You leave at noon. Where do you go?
Came home.
What do you do when you get home?
I just came home and just kind of chilled out and was waiting for my husband to get up. He was taking a nap.
Okay. Did you drink anything else there? Did you take any medication or anything?
No, I didn't even get a drink down here because
Okay.
I never made it this far.
Okay.
Marcella was not only lying about how much she had been drinking that day, but also about having passed out when the crash occurred.
I'm not gonna lie, they need to get this bitch an Oscar though. She keeping eye contact. She's remaining stable. It looked like she been through this shit before. And she not like she don't like she's making herself look not drunk or nothing. Like she, you know what I mean?
Something that would soon come to light. At the scene, a few people approached the breezeway where the car had come to a stop, finding Jaden and Mariah in very critical condition, as the impact had thrown them to the opposite side of the building.
Wait, what?
Impact had thrown a stop, finding light. At the scene, a few people approached the breezeway where the car had come to a stop, finding Jaden and Mariah in very critical condition, as the impact had thrown them to the opposite side of the building.
Who's that? I think that's her.
Mariah was drifting in and out of consciousness and was immediately taken to the hospital, where she slipped into a coma. Jaden was airlifted to another hospital, as he was bleeding profusely, and every second was a matter of life and death.
Okay. And then where were you driving to?
Just from Furnace to here.
To here? What were you coming here for?
Home.
Oh, so you're going from Verna's to home?
Yeah.
And you left Verna's at noon?
Yes.
Okay. But then you said you went home first?
I'm home here.
Oh, okay. So you were trying to go from Verna's to home?
Yes.
How long were you at Verna's then?
Maybe.
Nigga, no, you said you was home. You said you chilled out. What you mean? Home is here. So you were here, you chilled out. How you chill out? You did some dumb shit. They got a fucking kid killed.
Maybe an hour, not even that long.
Okay. So you made no stops between Verna's and here?
No.
And when did you go to Verna's again?
About noon.
About noon. Okay. This is a preliminary breath test. Michigan law requires that you submit to a preliminary breath analysis upon request of a peace officer. Your refusal to submit as requested shall result in you being charged with a civil infraction with a penalty of up to a $100 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a preliminary breath test. I just want to see where you're at with your alcohol level. If you have one glass of wine, it's going to be really low, okay?
Okay.
So just go ahead and blow like you're blowing a balloon, okay? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you.
I just want to make sure everything is okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Everything gonna be okay after I put my foot up your ass, nigga.
That was so scary.
Do you remember what happened when you were going around here?
No, not really. I pulled into the parking lot and I thought I was driving up to the boat club, and evidently I was driving right into the pavilion.
When you got to the parking lot, what happened?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Okay. After this parking lot, you don't remember anything?
I don't.
Okay. Okay. I think that's all the questions I have for you now. Deputy Schmidt's gonna take you over from here, okay? So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being like you're stone cold sober, you can drive perfectly, 10 being you're passed out drunk, where do you think you're at right now?
7.
A 7? Okay. Do you think you're okay to drive?
I wouldn't want to drive. No.
You wouldn't let you drive?
No.
Okay. Okay.
But you did anyway. So if you thought that it wasn't okay for you to drive, why'd you drive? That makes no sense, right? Why don't you just call the Uber? So many things that could have been done to avoid this situation. But unfortunately, people like this exist. If you feel like you can't drive like at a decent ability, you probably shouldn't hop in that motherfucker. Now, don't get me wrong. Hey, I do my little thing, you know what I'm saying? I smoke my side, I do the Eddie. And if I was so intoxicated to a point where I feel like I can't drive, I'm not gonna drive. I even told my bro once, hey bro, I ain't gonna lie, because he was like, keep in mind, this nigga he was like down the street from me at the time. Like 5 minutes. I was like, alright bro, I was like taking him to work. I'm like, alright bro, I'm high as hell. When I get there, you gotta drive yourself and I drive home. Cause I cannot. No, I'm not going to risk.
Just give me 1 second, okay? Sorry, my phone's ringing. I
That
think it's
shouldn't
my
work.
boss. I apologize.
Marcella would later go on to deny everything she had told the officer
wrong.
in a subsequent interview, but one of the police reports included a statement from her husband who revealed that she was an alcoholic and that it had been a serious problem in their relationship. The host of the party,
You still with
Kristen, Mariah's best friend since they were 5 and also her children's godmother, had organized the party for her 3-year-old son. She was the first to find Alana after the crash, and what she saw was something no parent should ever have to witness.
Are you familiar with Mariah Dodds?
Yes, I am.
How are you familiar?
Is that the area? So that's the whole thing. Is that like a parking lot in front of it? I can't really tell. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is the road. But either way, it looked like she came in from like around this area. Even then, like where the fuck were you going? Where the fuck were you going? This shit don't make sense. Make it make sense. What's her name again? Making this little lady cry. Don't get hurt now.
We have been best friends since we were 5.
Are you familiar with her children?
Yes, they're my godchildren.
Was Mariah invited to the party?
Yes, she was.
Did anything out of the ordinary happen then?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, so she was invited?
It sounded like a bomb, and I was right by the door, so I ran in, and it looked like a bomb at that point. I didn't know what happened. There was just my son and his cousins right in the doorway. There was just debris everywhere. Then I seen one of the little girls got put on top of the bar because she was thrown behind it. And so I got her off the bar and set her down. Then I seen Marcella coming around the side of her car. I grabbed her and I started yelling at her. And somebody yelled, "There's a kid under the car." So I told her to pop her trunk so we could get a jack. I could smell alcohol on her. I kind of realized like she just drove her car into the building. So at that point I told her just to get the F away from me, and I threw her down.
You testified just a moment ago that at some point people started yelling, "There's a kid under the car." What did you do as it related to that?
I seen Zane. He was underneath the driver's side wheel well of the car. And he was reaching out. So when they lifted, I got underneath it and pulled him out, put him on my lap, and the back of his head was bleeding. And his arm was just kind of limp and all bloody. He had blood on his shirt and his face. But I asked him if he knew who he was, and he said, "Yeah, Zane." And I said, "You know who I am?" He said, "Yes, God, Mom." Somebody yelled, "Tweety, there's another." I handed Zane to my sister and tried to go back under for Alana.
And what did you see when you got to the breezeway?
In the
This shit's sad,
doorway,
bro.
Alana was wedged in between it. But she was already gone. She was blue and just hard.
Despite her own shock and grief, Kristen did everything she could.
That shit's sad, man. Get a moment of silence for those children, you feel me?
Could to help Mariah and her children, guiding first responders to where they were. Tragically, little Alana had lost her life from the initial impact, and baby Zane passed away in the ambulance from his injuries. When Brian received word of the accident, he rushed to the scene, unaware of the full extent of the tragedy. It was only when an officer informed him that 2 of his young children had not survived, and that his wife and eldest son were on ventilators, that the devastating reality began to sink in.
Damn, bro. Hey, bro, I almost crashed on my cat, and I thought my cat died, but she was good. I thought she died once, and nigga, I almost went crazy myself. So I can only imagine if you go on, you find out your whole family, or you find out 2 of your kids got hurt, and your wife and I don't know. I think another child was on ventilators. But I can only imagine that shit, bro. Man, that shit's sad.
No! I'm begging you! I'm f***ing begging you! Come on. Come on, bro. No! Not me! Not me! Come on, bro. I didn't do nothing, bro. I haven't done nothing. Bro. No. No. You're lying. This is a dream. This is a f***ing dream right now, bro. Please wake me up. Please, I'm begging you, wake me up. No, right now. He's f***ing lying, bro. Please, he's f***ing lying. Bro, please. Please, he's lying. Please tell me he's lying. Please. No f***ing way. They just was with me. No, bro, he's f***ing lying. He's lying. Bro, he's lying. I'm begging you. He's f***ing lying, Mike, he's lying, bro. I'm telling you right now. I was just with him. Stop it, he's lying. Bro, I'm telling you. No, stop. He's lying. I'm telling you to your face, he's lying, bro. He's lying. Bro, listen. No, he's lying. Listen. Stop it.
All right, bro. I know it was like a serious matter, bro. I know it's a serious matter, but this nigga, I'm sorry, his face is just making me, like, breaking my, like, character, my sadness is, like, making me laugh. I'm trying not to, but I just looking at him, and he's just holding him with that face. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, bro. That shit is sad, though. I'm just.
Bro, he's lying.
Listen to me. Just listen to me.
I can't breathe.
Mariah needs you right now. Listen. Everybody needs you right now.
Not my little boy. They went to a birthday party.
Already. We're all done now.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. You need some help?
can you take these off right now?
Yeah, sure.
Bitch, shut your ass up.
I'm not gonna run away.
I trust you.
I'm not gonna run away.
I know.
You can't.
I trust you're not going to.
Fuck me.
But when we
Bitch,
do
your
leave
hip
here, I
probably broke.
gotta put him back on when we go to the jail. That's just policy.
Fucking me run away, bitch. You ain't running
You
nowhere.
wanna lose your pants?
I'm trying to run. I'll smack the fuck out you.
I don't want you to fall.
Where the fuck you going?
I'm gonna try to hold you up here, okay?
Okay.
We might bump into each other, but that's all right.
They'll bury her.
She took both of them.
No. Listen.
I can't do this
Took
life
it as a great
anymore,
word
Mike.
for it.
No.
I can't do it right now, Mike.
I can't do it.
Hey,
Look what
if there was ever a time to justify murder, hey, you can't tell me this ain't a great time. Hey, I'm not in the law for a reason, though. That's my rule is shit.
Look what he did to me.
We'll have an annual purge. Fuck you mean?
Mike, don't tell me. Look what he did to me. Look what he did to me, bro.
He didn't do that. God didn't do that. That drunk bitch did that, bro. God didn't do that. That drunk bitch did that. She decided to do that stupid shit, bro.
To lose almost your entire family in a single day is a
Yeah.
heartbreak beyond comprehension. Yet Marcella treated the situation as if it meant nothing. Even during her interview, she showed no guilt and repeatedly told officers.
Man, I mean, snatch that fucking cast off her arm, and whack her in the head with that motherfucker. You feel me? She got her legs crossed. She way too comfortable for me. I'm just saying, you way too comfortable, and I don't like it. Something like. I don't
that she had only.
I don't even think life is good, and then you need a damn. What do I say? Resurrect Vlad. You know what? Send her to North Korea. Boom.
Only had one drink before the accident.
Straight.
So we know you're at Verna's at 12:10, and then you say you go to the boat club, right to the boat club. That's not exactly accurate because I have surveillance footage of you at the boat club at 3 o'clock?
I don't know. I know that the party.
Now she saying she don't know.
started at
And you don't know nothing.
The birthday party.
You gonna tell me something,
A
bitch.
little bit before that.
Do you have any children?
No.
No?
I may have stopped
You
home.
gonna tell me something?
Just to check on my husband to see what he was up to. So I could.
Okay.
You better get away
And
with
if you
this
stopped
shit.
home, would it be common that you had another glass of wine?
I don't believe so. No.
No. How often do you drink?
I was drinking quite a bit there, but
You go for red
I kind of
flag,
switched
motherfucker.
over and I'm doing a free now.
What's a free?
It's alcohol free.
And you crashed into the building.
Need to send this bitch to
what
Doom Guys Game Universe.
Again, I just had one glass at Verna's.
Do you drink hard liquor?
No.
Vodka?
No.
Beer?
Surveillance footage from Marcella's house clearly shows her drinking a few hours before leaving, a detail that was also highlighted by the sergeant in court. As a result, while backing out of her driveway to meet her husband, Marcella struck her neighbor's car and then sped off toward the club.
So 1 glass at Myrna's.
Yes, and I might have had a glass at the boat club.
When at the boat club?
When I went there after Verna's.
And then went to the boat club, had a glass of wine,
Yes.
and then blacked out in the back of the...
Niggas be thinking, niggas be forgetting that cameras is. When you do some dumb shit, why everybody do it when, like, I swear, if niggas just use their fucking brain for like 2 fucking seconds, bro. Y'all can probably get away with some of the dumb shit you fuck niggas be doing. But the fact that you can't use your fucking brain for 2 fucking seconds to think, just to think, just to think. Just to think for 2 seconds. You probably get away with some shit. But no, you're dumb as fuck. You get in your car while you're drunk. You back into your neighbor's car. You skirt off like that shit didn't even happen. You just a fucked up person. No, that's just who you are at this point. And what do we do to people like this? If you being real, you get her out that damn wheelchair. Just start hitting her with it. Wheelchair shots of doom. That's what. Fuck.
Well, that's not accurate.
Okay.
Okay? Because your car is going 50 miles an hour into the driveway and drives into the building. So you didn't go to the boat club before the crash. Okay, and we know the crash is at 3.
Okay.
And we know that Verna's was at 12:10. Because the alcohol level you were at 4 o'clock, it's not practical, it's not feasible that you had 1 glass of wine. So then it's not possible that you drank at the boat club, because your car drives into the building and everybody stops drinking, nobody's drinking. And you didn't go over to the bar and get a drink after you drove into the car.
No.
No.
And I don't remember any of that.
My name is Raquel Smothers. I am Mariah's sister.
Yeah,
We
they
were
wait for that
supposed
shit
to
to
be
come.
planning a birthday party for Zane, not a funeral. No, when you have medical conditions.
Oh, that was the lady
you
that was
never get
crying.
behind a wheel whether you are drinking or not. I will never look at the month of April the same ever again. My birthday was a few days prior. The babies were just at my house.
Man. Wish I could get that woman a hug.
They were sitting at that table eating, and this woman crashed her car through this building, destroying all of our lives. My nephew and my sister are still fighting for their lives today. I had to be the one to tell my sister her babies were gone when they removed her ventilator yesterday. She said, "How am I supposed to live without my babies?"
I had to see their very last moment before their car was removed.
No, I take that back. I had one, actually I was at the boat club, and I was drinking free, and that's when they called.
Bitch, don't point at me. I don't give a fuck if you was saying some shit. Don't point at me. Hey man, these police, bro, they got a damn cool demeanor, nigga. Get your fucking hand away from me.
Like a white halo effect, and it just everything gets really bright.
Because your level, you were a .21.
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
Oh yeah. So .08 is the legal level.
Okay.
One glass of wine or one beer or one ounce shot of liquor is .02. So that would equal about 10 drinks within an hour.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
So after Verna's, you stopped at home?
Yes.
And then you went, you're saying you went to the boat?
Let's say she don't remember. Let's say she doesn't remember. It's like, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I bet you know. Talk about some a little chuckle, like.
Boat club. Yeah, you had a couple glasses of wine.
Yes.
And then you walked from the bar at the boat club to the party?
To my car.
To your car.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go back home then?
No.
Okay. So you walk back to your car. What happened when you get in your car? What do you remember?
That's where I don't really remember anything.
Okay.
If Marcella had truly passed out or didn't remember what had happened, she wouldn't have been able to shift gears from reverse to drive after striking her neighbor's car. In the street view, it's clear that she hit the vehicle here, then drove straight without hitting anything else, and consciously steered at this point but failed to brake, likely because she was intoxicated.
So we're going to start fresh.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you a very blunt question.
It's crazy because they just gave us a whole little detail of how the direction she went.
And consciously steered at this point but failed to brake,
right?
Likely
You could
because
have went straight.
she was intoxicated.
You could have just went straight, and you probably would have been good.
And consciously
Yeah,
steered at this point
right there, but you probably would have been good. But no. Let me turn right and run to in the fucking building right there. Let me turn right. Boom. For what? Like, bro. Just can't
failed to brake, likely because she was intoxicated.
So we're going to start fresh.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you a very blunt question.
Okay.
Are you an alcoholic?
I don't believe so.
I see you're getting a little emotional. I apologize.
Well, I think
I have to ask these hard questions, and you need to look into yourself
right.
and answer this truthfully.
Bitch don't know how to do that.
And I would say
She can't even accept herself.
I drank considerably more when I was not drinking the free. But since I started drinking the free, I'm not drinking nearly as much.
At this point, you are trying to deceive us with how much you drank yesterday and where you were at between them.
Hey, they already shit. I already seen it. We seen you drinking your shit. You got cameras in the house. You thought you about to get away with not with drinking? You got cameras in the house. Niggas be there, they gonna get away with everything, bro.
Doing it 3. So this is your one opportunity to tell us the truth and look truthful and not deceitful. Because there's only going to be one of two ways that you're seen. One way, you're a liar, no good, criminal.
That shit came from the heart.
All right. Second way, she's sorry for what happened. She wants to own up to what she did, and she wants to take responsibility.
The day that happened, that the kids were with me, and We was just having a normal day. I was just playing with them, getting them dressed and ready for the birthday party they was getting ready to attend. Once their mom picked them up, 30 to maybe 40 minutes, probably maybe an hour at tops, I was getting calls from my phone constantly from people I haven't met in years, family members. I felt in my stomach something was very wrong. My brother finally got a hold of me and told me there was an accident at the boat club. When I made it to the boat club, a chapel guy came on my corner and I dropped straight to the ground. I started screaming because I knew they was gone. I knew in my heart they was gone. So I told him not to tell me. I begged him not to tell me. Before I even registered it was gone, they told me that Jaden, my oldest, was airlifted to the University of Michigan. I didn't even have time to grieve. I didn't have time to process what was going on with Alana and Zane because I had to rush to U of M. I had to make sure Jaden was okay. When I got to the University of Michigan, Jaden was on the table, covered in blood. He had 9 to 10 doctors all on him, trying to work on him, and his eyes seen me. And I kept telling him to fight. I kept telling him to keep fighting, and all he did was blink. At that time, I stayed at the University of Michigan for 2 weeks. I never told Jaden his brother and sister were gone.
You probably are the most hated person in the United States. You drove your car into a kid's birthday party and killed 2 kids.
Oh, no.
And many more are at the hospital in critical condition right now.
Oh, no.
Adults as well.
That is why I'm trying to get the truth from you, Marcella, so I can tell the prosecutor that you're not a low-down, dirty drunk that wants to go out there and kill kids.
Oh, gosh, no.
I'm looking for the truth, Marcella. The truth needs to come out.
Nah, this bitch a troll.
Because you are the most hated person in the whole United States right now. I guarantee this is national news. I've been doing this for a long time. I've sat across the table from killers before. Like really, really bad killers. You're not that person.
And I don't remember. Honestly, I do not remember. I would think I would remember something like that.
Well, you're not being truthful about how much you drank. You're not.
You're not.
Scientifically impossible to be the blood alcohol level you were last night with 1 glass of wine like you're telling us.
What you took from me, I will never, ever get back. My daughter was trying to be just like me playing basketball. She just celebrated her 8th birthday. Zane was about to be 5. Instead of celebrating his 5th birthday, we buried them. You don't have no kids, so you don't know what this feels like. And I promise I don't wish nothing but the worst for you. And I hope that you feel what we feel every day. Because it's hard. It's hard even to wake up knowing that they're not here. It's hard that their older brother has to be without his brother and sister. And I hope every day that you realize what you took it from us.
Oh, I'm just devastated.
So are many people right now.
I'm sure they are.
And they're looking for answers, and we're trying to help them find answers.
I understand.
But you're not telling us the truth. You understand, but you're not telling us the truth about how much you drink.
So, there's one thing I want to leave you with, Marcella, because I'm tired of being lied with. You did this. You did this. You see that kid there? You did that. You did that. You did that. And you continue to lie to me.
I'm not lying.
You did this.
I'm not saying that I did.
You can see her last 2 brain cells trying to work together to figure out what the fuck she looking at.
But I certainly don't remember. I don't recall.
That's not going to cut it.
She showed no remorse for the tragedy.
Ooh. This shit like makeup from an 80s horror movie, bro. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. This must be what the inspiration behind Joker's fucking face. Like, look at this shit, bro. I can tell me I don't see the Joker smile.
In a TV interview,
biggest fucking clown of them all. I need to put it down. Man, I need to edit so I can put a clown fucking face on this bitch. Made this shit the thumbnail.
to justify taking the lives of 2 young children after posting her $1.5 million bond and being placed under house arrest.
I think I had a seizure. I think that the same thing that my husband said that I did when I have a seizure is just go straight. And I think when I got in the car, that's what happened.
She went fucking straight up. No, actually, bitch, you turned.
had the seizure and probably put my foot on the accelerator and crashed into the building. I have a perfect record. I don't even have a parking ticket. I don't have any kind of DUI or
Man, that's why I need to edit, bro. She said, I have a perfect record. I wish I could just show her backing into her neighbor's car.
speeding ticket.
A year later, while Jaden was still in the process of healing, Mariah was able to walk again after numerous physiotherapy sessions. Both had suffered punctured lungs, broken ribs, and undergone countless surgeries just to get back on their feet. Mariah testified in court to the best of her ability, and this is what she said to Marcella in her impact statement.
April 20th, 2024 changed my life forever. When I was told my children were no longer here, I felt like I stopped breathing, as if I died inside. The medical professionals had to keep putting me back to sleep because every time I woke up, my body would go into panic. My mind could not understand what was happening, and my body just reacted. I had to see everything that was left inside my home when we last left it all together. Having to see their little shoes and coats at the front door with toys laying around my living room made everything feel more realistic. I could not look at anything. I cried to my family to get it all out of my sight because every time I seen something of theirs, I felt like I was going to stop breathing. I encountered so many phone calls, so much paperwork, and consistent appointments when all I wanted to do was just close my eyes and pray every time I opened them that it was just a nightmare. I felt helpless. I could not move around without support. I could not get out of bed and go to the bathroom without help. I could not bathe myself. With most of my ribs broken on one side, my shoulder blade broken on the other, a golf ball-sized hematoma right on my pubic region, and the back of my neck and skull bruise. I couldn't sit.
The fuck is a hematoma? That shit sound like some Japanese kung fu move. Hematoma. Oh, so it's a blood clot. Damn. It's a localized collection of blood that pools outside of blood vessels, similar to a bruise. Damn. That shit sound painful.
Sit comfortably in a car or sit straight
You
up in a chair without it hurting
right
to
there.
breathe. I had to break the unwelcome news to Jaden, bury my children, figure out how to even celebrate Jaden's birthday to make it positive for him, mourn Zane's birthday the day after, and face Mother's Day all in the same week. Everyone's birthdays were gloomy and quiet this year. Halloween was different. Thanksgiving felt like another day. Christmas was sad. It was heartbreaking and just did not feel right. Easter this year was the one-year death date from this tragedy, and I was not even able to celebrate Easter. Instead, I faced another heartache by going into Alana's room that I have not seen in a year. Her room still smells like her. Her little dollhouse was still set up the same way when she was playing with it last. We were working on her room together, organizing all her toys, redoing the floors, and so on. She was so excited, and I never got to finish it with her. It took Jaden 10.5 months to regain the strength fully of walking without a wheelchair and walker. I wish I was alert that day. I would have been able to kiss my kids one last time and tell them I love them. Zane would have been able to hold his mommy that he kept asking for minutes before he passed away. The other part of me is glad I wasn't alert because I do not think I would have been able to manage my children. Seeing my children like that, where my daughter's
I don't know how you stand across the room from her, bro.
The guilt that comes with this is
I would not be able to stand next to you, bro. I would not be able to stand next to you, bro.
Unbearable. And I question myself every single day, wondering if I could have done something more to keep them safe. But there were no windows or doors. Nobody seen her coming or expected a vehicle to fly into a building. There is only one person to blame. I always had mom guilt for working, providing, and just feeling drained.
This bitch.
I never dreamed in a million years that the moment we had an opportunity to finally have a family fun day, my kids would never come back home with me. My children were supposed to bury me before I buried them. They had their whole life to live. Having a clean record does not mean you're a good person. Her actions just finally caught up with her, and at the end of the day, she killed 2 of my kids. I'll never know the answers as to why she didn't stop the first time. She ran into something before coming towards the boat club.
Right.
She is an evil and sick individual in my eyes. If Michigan offered the death penalty, I would highly recommend it for her. I am exhausted, mentally, emotionally, and physically with this. All I want to do is grieve the way I want and need to for my sanity and peace. I beg and I plead for her to be sentenced to life in prison with no parole.
Marcella was found guilty of all charges, which included second-degree murder,
Die. You need to die.
operating while intoxicated causing death, and operating while intoxicated causing serious injury. She was sentenced to 25 to 50 years in prison.
I never met
25 to 50.
when I was involved in the accident. And the only thing
They're
that
probably
I
gonna be
can
dead
say
by the
is
time she come
I'm
out.
so very sorry.
No amount of apology could ever be enough. The children were gone, and Marcella, a longtime member of the Swan Boat Club, left everyone involved with a memory no better than reliving a nightmare every day. This case became not just a fight for justice, but also a powerful reminder that drunk driving has destroyed lives and will continue to do so unless we make a conscious effort to stop it. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen.
I think 25 to 50 enough. I think this bitch need to die. That's just me though.